All right, it's Friday now. I'm gonna go ahead and try to edit yesterday's video diary or video journal real quick, and then I'm gonna make a new list, see if I can run through that, finish up the rest of yesterday's list. I got a bunch more things to do, always every day, at least 20 more tasks added to what I need to get done. I'll go over to the Pineville custom home. I don't know if they're gonna finish the rafter framing today, but I know they're well into it, so I'm gonna go check that out, make sure everything's looking good. And then they're hanging or installing cabinets, the kitchen cabinets at the Mansura project, but my dad's out there, so I'm not gonna head that way because it's like a 48-minute drive to Marksville. He's got that under control. I'm gonna stay here and work on pre-con. I got that house that's yesterday, I got a bid to send off, or I got a bid to send off. I gotta start bidding on a custom house. So that's gonna eat up a lot of my time, and then I'm working on pre-con for the Pineville house, the Woodworth house, and I'm still working on the Marksville house because he keeps adding stuff to us. And then that remodel in the Garden District. So we have a lot going on. So I'm gonna get after it. All right, so I'm on my way to the Pineville custom home a little bit early today because I forgot at 9 a.m. we have a meeting with the site planner from Cleco about setting some poles because we can't hook up our temporary service on site because we don't have any poles. And now they want to go underground all the way from the street to the project in case there's a storm. They don't want to have trees knock down their service. So we're gonna go figure all that out right now. All right, so the meeting went well with the site planner from Cleco. We had the homeowners out here and the site planner, and we had a couple options of where to run the main line to meet up because the homeowners want to go to underground service to their house, but we have like, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred feet, like maybe 500 feet of line that needs to be buried. But now we're gonna go ahead and put it overhead and bring it to the site and set the pole, come underground, tie into the house, and then tie into the shop when they build that. It took like an hour for it to happen though. And but everything went good. And oh, they're gonna give us a price though because we might go underground. So he's gonna shoot us a price on that. He took a measurement, but right now it looks like we're gonna set an overhead pole. All right, so here, that's where we're gonna set the pole. This is gonna be the like the bracing line. And so we're gonna go ahead and run the pole. We're gonna run the line straight across, and at the end of the driveway, there's another pole we're gonna set over there. And then we're gonna go from right here, or actually somewhere over here, we're gonna set a panel, and then we're gonna run underground to run the service to the side of the garage over there. And then there's gonna be a shop right here. But he's also gonna give us a price for running underground from that pole straight through here and to go there. And depending on the price, we could go either way. All right, so now I'm just gonna walk around the job site, check on a few things. I'm gonna take some pictures for social media and the website, maybe a couple videos, and then get out of here for lunch. Let's see, it's 10:17. I'm gonna go eat lunch at 11. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out real quick. All right, the guys are doing real good on the frame. This is we're probably like 6 or 7 days into it, and the rafters are getting close to being finished. All right, so now I'm on the back side of the property, and we have a bunch of trees that we pushed over to the side, and we were supposed to already burn these by now, but we were having a problem with the water out here. So the city didn't put any locators in the pipe for the water, and then the guy who does the main digging for the city passed away, and so they had no clue where the connection was for the water line. So they did, actually they told me exactly, they said they did search and destroy, and they literally went and searched and destroyed all these people's properties to find the water line, and they finally found it, dug through this whole guy's property. They got us hooked up now, and then we're about to get the plumber out here to hook up a temporary water line so we can get water out here, and then we can finally burn this big pile of debris. It's just trees, you know, but I was coming over here to check to see if they've dried out enough, because they don't need to be green when you burn them. It'll burn forever and smolder and, you know, piss everybody off in the neighborhood. So we let it dry out. All the sap runs to like the bottom of the trunk, and it turns into like gasoline. So the brown catches on fire, it hits the sap and just ignites, and I'm talking about an inferno. So let's take a look at the burn pile and see if it's dried out enough. All right, so you can see the burn pile, and it's massive. Like, look at it, it's massive. It's on the back side of the property back here. We're in the back of, this is like a wetland, so we pushed it up against this wetland, and there's a big enough buffer that
we shouldn't catch anything on fire, and we have a big enough buffer between the debris and the home, even though we wanted to catch this on fire before the home was placed. But like I said, we had that water line issue with the city, but we should be all right. But it's definitely dry. Like, look at this, like that's dry. So this thing is going to ignite, and hopefully the plumber will get out here soon, and we'll get the water line set up and get this thing lit. So yeah, you see what I'm saying? We got plenty of buffer between there and the home, but I still would like to have some water hoses on site, you know, maybe 2 of them just in case, you know, the perimeter catches. But I mean, we got a big dirt perimeter from us and any vegetation, and that's a wetland, so it stays kind of wet. Even though I guess it's summertime right now, it's a little dry, but it's still got somewhat of a wet bottom in it. So looking good. So here's where the driveway is, and that's where we're probably going to set either set the above, either way we're going to set a pole there, and we're either going to go underground all the way through here to the house, or we're going to go overhead from that spot to the spot I was at previously. But this is the other side of the property, and it's looking good. See what I'm saying? We got plenty of a buffer between us and the home when we catch that fire. All right, so now I'm at the entrance of the property, and you can see, all right, so that's where we're gonna set the pole. Here is the pole we're coming from. We're gonna cross the street right here, drop a pole right there, either go underground all the way up or run the line across the property. You know, so it's looking good. Yeah, and the homeowner's been disking this and dragging it. He's gonna do the whole property and get it where you can finish mow the whole entire thing. So it's looking good out here. The frame's still coming along. The camera's been a great investment. Where's it at? I can't even see it. It's like right there. It's really been keeping track with the build. I've been able to keep up with everything and see when everything's getting delivered, and you know, when everybody's on site. Let's see, today's Friday, so I'm thinking by the end of next week these guys should have this thing completely framed and then decked and in the dry with all the felt on it, ready for the roof and ready to install the windows and doors. Oh, and we're gonna go ahead and put the siding on this thing right away and get it painted right away. So hopefully, maybe by the end of probably by the middle to the end of the following week, we should have painters out here painting. Like, that would be really nice to have the exterior started painting. But I know we're gonna immediately jump on the roof. So we'll see. We made another decision today. So there's a beam, we're gonna get rid of these posts right here. All right, so there's supposed to be a post here and a post here, but we have this big laminated beam that runs through there and runs through the back side of the porch, and it's gonna hold the load so there won't be any sagging. So since the homeowners extended the back porch and made it full concrete, we're gonna go ahead and leave the post out right here since it won't sag, and they're gonna have one big open space that goes all the way from their carport into the back porch. You know, it's pretty cool. I think so, at least. I'd get down with this. Doesn't look bad at all. All right, so Rufino's crew is there, I'd say over 50% complete with the rafters, and they're doing a really good job. They're just up there hanging from the chicken run, but it's coming along well. All right, it's 10:40 and I'm on my way out of here. I'm gonna head back to my parents' house, and I'm gonna go have some lunch with them. I'll pick up some Fritos on the way. I think they're making hot dogs. At least that's what the text said. And I'm gonna go do that, and then start knocking out some tasks that I gotta knock out. And I'm not sure. Yeah, oh yeah, I am gonna come back here because I was stopped. It is Friday, and the guys want Modelo. It is definitely Modelo time. So I told them I'm gonna go get some food. I'll be back around lunch or noon, and I'll bring 2 cases of Modelo with me. I was shocked by how much Modelo costs, actually. I think it's almost 30 bucks a case, man. It's pretty crazy. We'll see how much it's gonna cost. All right, I just finished up lunch. I'm almost finished up with yesterday's video journal edit. I'm gonna finish that up, and then I'm gonna start running through some lists. So after lunch, Pumpkin and his son showed up. It's Friday, so I went ahead and wrote them a check. They're like a week into the paint job over there at the Mansour project. Oh yeah, and then my dad showed up too. He had the invoice from Steve with all the extras for the cabinets, and then the balance that's left from the first draw. and it seemed like it went pretty well. I don't think they messed anything up. They did forget to build the pantry doors, but they're going to build that, and they're going to build the coffee bar and come back and install it. And then I think they're putting a built-in dresser in each closet now in each bedroom, so that's pretty cool. And then let's see, oh my god, so much is happening. I had to go pick up, or I made a place an order for some paint. Now I'm over on Hyman Lane at one of these, I guess you would call it like a mental health group home, and we've been picking up these contracts for my dad. He has a friend that his friend owns a bunch of these group homes, and their maintenance company's not really keeping up with it, and we definitely know how to do maintenance. Even though we build custom homes, I mean, building is building, you know, T's a T, a corner's a corner. And so we've been picking these up, and now we're over here measuring out some cabinets and a few other things, and just generally seeing what else they got going on. I think they own like 35 of these buildings, so it's like a lot to keep up with, and we're gonna get some more of those, I'm pretty sure. It's been pretty interesting, but it's been nice having this side money like this, but it's definitely different than building custom houses and having to squeeze this in between site visits and stuff like that, but it pays well. So, and then I may stop by Sherwin-Williams on the way home. Not really sure yet. It's getting it's like 2 o'clock now. I still have a lot to do, so I'm gonna go ahead inside here right now. All right, we're back on site at the Reynolds. It's a little later than noon. It's 3:21. We just dropped off 3 12-packs of Modelo and some ice. They're about to finish up here for the day, and off to the next spot.